Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike Langford, a music producer, recording engineer, and mixer based in Toronto, Canada. Here on Let's Mix Live, I live stream Pro Tools mix sessions from start to finish, or kind of finish-esque, showing you some modern mix techniques and some production techniques to help make your music sound better, hopefully. Again, I'm not here to show you what you should do, but what you could do. So, let's get started. We've been working on a new tune, started a new tune last week. It's called Blue. The group is called Ghostly Beard. I do believe they are from Montreal, Canada. They describe themselves as emotive prog-pop, and I think that is quite accurate. So let's hop over into Pro Tools. Just making sure the chat's working. Using Restream.io. Seems to be working better now, which is good. It's always good when you start a live stream and you're like, hey, here's an error message. Always like that. Here's an error message. So back into our Pro Tools session here. I don't remember where we left off, to be honest. We got quite a bit of prep done. So we cleaned up these tracks here a little bit. Let's make sure things are going well on YouTube there. We cleaned up the tracks a little bit, and we did a bit of a rough, I don't want to say rough mix, but we roughed quite a few things, and definitely think we need to do some balancing. But even looking at our main mix bus here, there's not too much going on, so that's kind of my next step with fresh ears. Although, I will admit, don't have the freshest ears today, reason being, I was playing drums a lot today, and drums are loud, so we'll see how it goes. I did have like hearing protection. I had my in-ear monitors in all day, so hopefully that helps a little bit. But that being said, I had things turned up quite a bit because drums are loud. So there's quite a bit of work to do on the, well, not quite a bit, but there's work to do on the main mix bus here, and kind of figure out the vocal tone too, because I think that's also where we kind of left off, just kind of roughing a few things in, getting the effects together. I still have my notes, and they are legible. They're legible, although they are covered in like tax dollar money now. Patterson's here. Let's go, Patterson. So switch to a new page. Clean page. Clean page for clean day here. But I think I remember that longer delay, we were going to use that for the chorus, because there's kind of two choruses the way the song is set up. So that is one thing we can work on. But I'm going to have a listen through. The disclaimer part of this, well, two disclaimer parts. If you're wondering where I get these sessions from, there is a website called Cambridge Music Technology. I will keep promoting that site free of charge because it's a fantastic resource for mixers, old and new, especially if you're a mixer that's kind of pigeonholed in a certain genre and there's other genres you want to mess around with. That's a great place to grab some of those and just kind of see what's going on. Also, if you're an engineer, it's fantastic to see other multi-track recordings, to see what they did and hear what they did. When I was growing up, I only had access to what I recorded, so the idea of having all these other sessions where you can kind of poke and prod around to see how it sounds and to try things and stuff to experiment with. And also, I tell some of the students in my class the idea of there's usually good things about multi-track recordings, and there's things that will be a challenge. So the idea where you can listen to some of them and go, okay, I can lean on that vocal, or I can lean on that guitar, or I can lean on those drums, but the bass might be an issue, or the piano might be an issue, or hopefully the issue is not the vocal, because if the vocal is your issue, you might want to try to get someone to throw you another paddle, because it's going to be a bit of a thing. Other disclaimer, when I'm EQing around and I'm sweeping around some of the frequencies, be mindful of your own listening volumes, your own listening levels, because you don't want anything bad to happen to your gear, or worse, your ear. So if you're listening on headphones or your laptop or your speakers at home or your line array PA system in your basement, you know who you are. Just be mindful of your levels. Only thing I've done so far since we left off in part one of this, I brought back our 1 kilohertz sine wave test tone. So I'm just going to give a quick check for those. And 3, 2, 1. Sounds good. Levels look good. So I can go ahead and select both of those and right click and hide and make inactive. So I'm going to listen through, but I know I wanted to prep the vocals. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put Melodyne. Wonderful Melodyne. on the vocals here. So as we're listening through, it can be loading into Melodyne. I'm going to select these and hit transfer. So this can kind of do that in the background. That's how I'm going to phrase that. This can do that. And then as it's going through, I can have a listen to what's happening in the song so far, and if I have any other notes that I want to make while I'm listening through. Also, I remember I did not spend any time outside the headphones last time, so that's probably why I have nothing on my mix bus yet, because I generally do some of that stuff when I'm listening on the speakers, because it's important to make sure the air is moving. That's how you know your drums are good. When you feel like the air is moving, you feel like you can feel the actual drum kit. I'm going to keep doing that because it looks funny in the camera. All right, I'm going to have a listen from the top. So this is Blue by Ghostly Beard. Emotive prog-pop. Ghostly Beard. I love that name. All right, be right back.
Scarlet dress and lavender hair, a coral carpet in her lair, shades of green, a purple chair. She wants more colors everywhere, dancing away through life, and none of it really matters. You could say she floats around all day, living a fantasy world, bright as light and soft as a feather, embracing life like there's no other. Silly jokes running around, she wants more treasures to be found, dancing away through life, and none of it really matters. You would see her laughing all the way. Me, I see her in blue. My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue. Flat heel shoes made for dancing, spotlight, sunlight, angel's wings, hide and seek and skipping stones. She wants me singing on the phone, dancing away through life, and none of it really matters. You would find a writing secret place, acting a fantasy world. I'm wrapped around a little finger, summer warming a cold winter, a ray of sunshine, my melted heart. I wonder how she's doing that, dancing away through life, and none of it really matters. You could hear her singing every day. Me, I see her in blue. My little girl's blue. My little girl. girl's blue. My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue.
All right, so that was Blue by Ghostly Beard. I can say that band name all day. That Ghostly Beard is a good band name. I'm wondering if there's a backstory to the band name Ghostly Beard. If someone had a beard that was ghostly. Okay, I'm just gonna... There we go. A little bit of this. A little bit... There we go. That looks more like Melodyne. Okay, so we loaded our vocals into Melodyne here so we can prep them. I think it's PreSonus Studio One that automatically loads this type of stuff in kind of in the background. So saw somebody making some comments, Chris, on Twitter or Facebook. I think it was Chris making comments on Facebook or Twitter about loading stuff in Melodyne. I don't think it's that big of an inconvenience. I'm comfortable in Pro Tools. But that being said, Pro Tools industry standard. You can argue amongst that in the chat below, but you know, it is what it is. Facts are facts. Okay, so we've loaded that in, made some notes here. So prep vocals is my number one note. Because again, vocals, in my opinion, are 51% of your track. If they're good, you're usually in pretty good shape. If they're not good, you're usually not in good shape. Mix bus, compressor, and are basically a mix bus chain that's on my list too. Guitarettes, there's a weird skronky thing in my session, bar 64. See if we can edit that out. Also, because there's delay already on the guitar, I do believe, that's a bit of an issue because sometimes you need to figure out a way to get into that edit and get out of that edit because that delay is going to keep rolling. I want to add a phaser, some modulation to that toy piano because that toy piano, like it sounds like a toy piano, but it's not really doing anything. And I think we can add a little bit of sauce, a little bit of wiggle sauce to that, and it'll be good. I think we can do some panning stuff with the guitars because there's some phaser stuff on that right now. I think we can move that around a little bit. Just add a little bit more motion, what's going on. And the kick drum, I actually looked at my old notes. I did my best to be able to write them so I could read them. And I believe the kick drum, so I talked about it before, your bass guitar and your kick drum, in a lot of music where you have kick drum and bass guitar, someone needs to take those subs. Someone needs to take those 20 to 40, 40 to 80 hertz down there. And I think we can get some of the subs that thump off of the kick drum there. Because the drums are fantastic in this. The tone off the toms and stuff, the people playing, the people recording, fantastic job. Again, sometimes you hear something, it makes you feel like you suck at what you do. And I'm just like, you know, I can hit record. I can put a microphone on something and hit record, but I thought the drum sounded really good with this. So fantastic job to musician and engineer, recording engineer. So yeah, I think we can try to get some of the subs off of that kick, but I'm going to listen in to my speakers here. I have Yamaha NS10s are my main speakers. Yeah, lots of low end on those, I know. So it's going to go up here. Well, let's just start tuning through this. I'll suspend my groups by hitting Shift Command G. I keep remembering there's a widget or an app or plugin or something so that I can have it display on screen when I'm hitting buttons. I keep remembering now to do that. I'm going to make a note. Make a note right now. Get widget thingy. I'll remember what that means. Patterson asking, what music did you play drums to today, Mike? Any dead set? No, there's zero dead set was played today. Zero dead set was played today. If anyone that needs a refresher, Patterson's a fan of one of my bands, and he's sad that the band's on hiatus indefinitely. So, okay, I'm gonna start going through. Patterson, you got your one dead set question in per stream. I'm gonna start going through. I'm going to mute the background vocals here. So this is one of the very few cases where I think this button, this insertion follows playback, where I would do this, where I would use this function. Usually when I hit play, I want it to start again from where I hit play, but with insertion follows playback, it'll start from where you hit stop. So what I do here when I'm working with Melodyne is I put a bit of pre-roll on there so that I can kind of scrub through the song. 4 bars of pre-roll sounds like a lot. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go down so I can see There it is. There's our vocally blobs there. There's just a couple things I want to dust over here. Again, I think the vocal's good because the emotion's good. And the emotion's good. The delivery's good. There's just a couple notes I think we can kind of fuss around with a little bit. Pro Tools. Could feel it.
Scarlet dress and lavender hair. Scarlet dress. Scarlet dress. Scarlet dress and lavender hair. Scarlet dress.
It's so subtle.
And lavender hair. Dress and lavender hair. A coral cup. A coral cup. A coral carpet in LA. A coral carpet in LA. Shades of green, a purple chair. She wants more colors everywhere. Where?
Dips down a little bit there. So it's subtle. You know, we could highlight everything and just nail it to a grid, but like I don't think it's gonna work with this vocal, so we just need to pick our spots, use our ears on it.
She wants more color. She wants more. She wants more colors everywhere. Dancing away through life and dancing away through life, and none of it really matters. Life and none of it really matters. Life and none of it really matters.
One second.
None of it really matters. You could say she floats around all day. She floats around all day. She floats around all day.
So
Floats
subtle.
around all day. Floats around all day. Living a fantasy. Living a fantasy world. Bright as light and soft as a feather. Bright as light and soft as a feather. Embracing life like there's no other. Silly jokes running around. Silly jokes running around. Silly jokes running around. She wants more treasures to be. She wants more treasures to be found. Treasures to be found. More treasures to be found.
That's where that guitar thing is.
Dancing away through life and dancing away. Dancing away through life and none of it really matters. Life and none of it really matters. You will see it really matters. You will see her laughing all the way. Me, I see her in blue.
That's the main spot I wanted to get because it goes really sharp there. And we can just pull that down.
I see her in blue. I see her in blue. See her in blue.
There we go. Pro Tools is going to spin for a second.
My little girl's blue. All the way. Me, I see her in blue.
There we go.
My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue. My girl's blue. Little girl's blue. My little girl's blue.
There's a bit of wonkiness here too, just the way it goes down in the note. Sometimes a band-aid is better than trying to tune stuff too or prep things, because some of these parts they do repeat, so that could be a thing as well. Where are we? About bar 79. Let's put a note there.
My little girl's blue.
That's got to come down.
My little girl, my little girl's blue.
I love the delivery. It's so awesomely, I don't want to say lazy. It has character. It has awesome character, the way some of the enunciation.
Little girl's blue. My little girl's blue.
Vibrato there.
My little girl. My little girl. My little girl. My little girl's.
This one's tricky because it's kind of in between.
My little girl's blue.
Powder's saying I have some chats. I know, but I'm trying to tune vocals right now. And while I love tuning vocals, it's also my least favorite thing to do sometimes. So I just want to get through this, and then I can get to some other fun stuff like putting things on the main mix bus chain. So I'll be back, Patterson. Don't worry. I see you there, buddy.
My little girl's blue.
So it's first half's done.
Made for dancing. Flat heel shoes made for dancing. Flat heel shoes made for dancing. Flat heel shoes made. Flat heel shoes made for dancing. Spotlight, sunlight, angels' wings. Hide and seek and skipping stones.
There's some low notes there.
She wants me singing on the phone. On the phone. Dancing away through life, and none of it really matters. Life and none of it really matters. You would find a writing secret place, acting a fantasy world, a fantasy world.
Pro Tools.
A fantasy world. I'm wrapped around a little finger. Summer warming, a cold winter. A ray of sunshine, my melted heart. I wonder how she's doing that.
It's another spot there.
Through life and none of it really matters. Through life and none of it really matters.
So 132.
Life and none of it really matters. You could hear her. Wonder how.
I got lost. I was checking the chat 'cause the chat was starting to have a hiccup there. So I'm going to go back to the pre-chorus.
And skipping stones. She wants me singing on the phone.
I remember this part. Okay. Good memory.
Dancing away through life, and none of it really matters. You would find it really matters. You would find a secret place, writing secret place, writing secret place, acting a fantasy world, fantasy world. I'm wrapped around a little finger, wrapped around a little finger. Summer warming, a cold winter. Summer warming, a cold winter. Summer warming, a cold winter. A ray of sunshine, a ray of sun, a ray of sunshine, my melted heart. A ray of sunshine, my melted heart.
Pro Tool, there we go. You can just feel it. And it's unresponsive.
A ray of sunshine, my melted heart. I wonder how she's doing that. I wonder how she's doing that.
All right, it's another good little stretch there. So we can just add a couple more breaks in there.
How she's doing that. How she's doing that. I wonder how she's doing that. I wonder how she's doing that.
Last pre-chorus.
Dancing.
Oh, another guitar thing there. Oh, we already heard that guitar thing.
She's doing that. Dancing away through life and none of it really matters. You could hear her singing every day. Hear her singing every day. Me every day. Me every day. Me every day. Me I see her in. Me I see her in. Me I see her in blue.
Same thing, just goes a little bit sharp. That's okay. That's human.
I see her in blue.
They go a little sharp there too. That's okay. We're all human.
My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue. Little girl's blue. Girl's blue.
I think my favorite vocal deliveries are coming up in a second here.
My little girl blue. Little girl's blue.
I think it's the second last one. There's just it's a lot of sauce. A lot of sauce and feelings on that one. We're listening through once more from the top to see if there's anything else we're missing. I don't always listen through, full disclosure, I don't always listen through a second time when I'm prepping vocals. Sometimes I just do a quick pass and then we're good. But the lead vocals, I will, just because a lot of, that's like 80%. Your harmonies and backgrounds, they're there. Are they as important as your lead? In my opinion, no. But I'll do a second pass on that. But life's short, so two passes on leads. Just one pass usually on your doubles and harmonies. If something's bugging you after, you'll find it.
Scarlet dress and lavender hair. A coral carpet in LA. Shades of green, a purple chair. She wants more colors everywhere. dancing away through life and none of it really matters. You could say she floats around all day, living a fantasy world, bright as light and soft as a feather, embracing life like there's no other, life like there's no other, embracing life like there's no other.
We can get those notes.
Silly jokes running around. She wants more treasures to be found, dancing away through life and none of it really matters. You will see her laughing all the way. Me, I see her in blue.
That again, that spot there was the main thing jumping out at me. It went pretty sharp, but that's okay. People sound like that.
My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue. Flat heel shoes made for dancing. Spotlight, sunlight, angel's wings. Hide and seek and skipping stones. She wants me singing on the phone, dancing away through life and none of it really matters. You would find a writing secret place, acting a fantasy world. I'm wrapped around a little finger, summer warming a cold winter, a ray of sunshine my melted heart. I wonder how she's doing that, dancing away through life and none of it really matters. You could hear her singing every day. Me, I see her in blue.
Home stretch. Home stretch.
My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue. Little girl's blue.
All right, lead vocals. I forgot to do something. I forgot. Save as. It's a new day. Mix prep 4. Okay, I think it sounded pretty good. We got the things we wanted to get, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to remove the kind of the vocal widener I was using. I have my own kind of thing using mod delay, just the stock Pro Tools delay. I'm going to make all these inactive, and then what we're going to do is I'll do this the old-fashioned way. If I right-click on this, I can commit this track, and it will take everything that's on this track and process it. Because right now, all of our vocal edits, all of our tuning and timing are sitting in the Melodyne plugin. They're loaded in there. That's how we were able to manipulate them. So when we do this, it's going to bounce this track down and put it below it, and then we can make a new playlist and then put that track that's below it up on top of it, and then we can inactivate the Melodyne thing and then put other tracks back on. So I'm going to do the thing that I just awkwardly talked my way through. Instead of saying like .comp for comp or something like that, I just put a C, and then instead of tuning or timing, I just put a T there. Because I like to make a new playlist for all the different steps I'm doing, if for tuning, timing, or for doing any what's it called? Doing any like restorative or reparative things, like removing clicks or pops or background noise or hum or hiss or anything like that. I like to just have all that stuff kind of playlisted, so that should something happen, I can go back in time. I'm gonna put my delay thing back on. Again, it's just a little bit of widen. There's lots of different ways to widen things, but that's just a setting that I've used for a bit. So, all right, let's move on here. So I'm going to solo our lead vocal, and I'm going to solo our background vocal as well. Reason being, I just want to hear those two to hear how they're kind of working off each other. So I have all that stuff logged or loaded in to Melodyne as well. Looks pretty good.
She wants more colors everywhere. She wants more colors everywhere. Everywhere. Wants more colors everywhere.
I think I might be able to do the thing that I'm like, don't go and do that. I can just highlight everything and maybe just snap to grid and we'll fix around it. Let's do that. It's a Thursday thing. Oh, I wanted to mention too, I meant to be here Thursday at noon, but I don't think Thursday at noon are going to work very well the next little bit. So I'll probably likely be here Thursdays at 7. So Mondays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
She wants more colors everywhere. Everywhere.
I can buy that.
Colors everywhere. She wants more colors everywhere. Wants more colors everywhere. She wants more colors everywhere. She wants more colors everywhere. She wants more colors everywhere.
It's a funny one.
She wants more colors everywhere.
There we go. Patterson, I thought it was Mountain Standard Time. I think you got Mountain Dew on the brain. Which probably is. Knowing you, Patterson, probably is its own time zone.
Dancing away through life and
okay, we'll just skip ahead to the next one here.
Living a fantasy world.
Buy that. It doesn't need to be perfect. It's just got to be in the ballpark.
She wants more treasure.
Patterson, what were you playing on the drums? I was playing a KZP. Oops, did I just spill the beans on that? Oh man. Never gonna hear the end of it.
She wants more treasures to be found. Treasures to be found. To be found.
I gotta hear that in the track.
She wants more treasures to be found. Be found. Treasures to be found. Be found.
I guess. I don't know. I like the note that's there, but I don't know about the changing of the note halfway through.
Be found. Be found.
I'm gonna leave it
To be found.
because that's what they did. I don't think it's so.
Me, I see her in blue. See her in blue. See her in blue. See her in blue. Her in
Still a little bit of tightening.
See her in blue. My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue.
Just a little bit goes a long way with tightening these up.
My little girl's blue. girl's blue.
Pro Tools. There it goes.
My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue. The girl's blue.
Powder saying, I think Donna's left the building. You know what? I don't blame her for leaving the building because I'm tuning vocals right now. You can come back in 20 minutes and I might be doing the same thing or I might be done, which is good. So, Gemma's here. How's it going, Gemma? Stopping by. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a nice day too.
My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue. My little girl. My little girl. My little girl's blue. My little. My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue.
All right, got through that. There's not that many spots here, really. It's just checking them. What happened to our vocals? There's a hiccup somewhere. Sometimes you just need to give those a little nudge. Okay, sometimes your lead vocal just disappears. And you're like, okay, I guess this is Pro Tools. Being Pro Tools. I'm going to close this and then bring it back up because that's a new one where it's like, hey, let's just not have our vocals show up right now. Paris says, what is KDZP? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, do you mean Katie's EP? Is that what you mean? Okay, well, we're back. Give me a second. I'm going to just quit Pro Tools because our lead vocals just disappeared. They just ghosted like a ghostly beard. I defend Pro Tools a lot. If any representatives from Avid are watching this, I don't want to say I promote Pro Tools, but I defend Pro Tools quite a bit. And if there's one thing starting this channel and starting these live streams, Pro Tools does some funny business in the alleyway sometime, and you're just like, all right, I guess we'll just see if we can get our vocals back. There should definitely be a track there, unless I'm missing something completely obvious here. 7/8 outputs 1 and 2. I'm gonna put that just straight out output 1 and 2 because all the music's coming back up. This is a new one. This is what today is for the folks at home. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. See, I'm still seeing things happening on our compressors there. Because, yeah, our vocals just decided to disappear. And, yeah. All right, other thing we can do. Sometimes this works. Sometimes this kicks whatever you have in Melodyne out, though. That's why it's a little bit of a thing that I would rather not do. Just make it active and inactive. Okay, so that seemed to have fixed it. Brought it back. We'll see if our information is still in Melodyne, because sometimes... sometimes it like loses its link on what you've brought into Melodyne. We were over here, and then
she wants me singing on the phone.
okay, I'm glad we got our vocals back, because here I am telling everybody the vocals are 51% of your track, and then they disappeared.
She wants me singing on the phone. She wants me singing on the phone. Singing on the phone. She wants me singing on the phone. Wants me singing on the phone. Wants me
That's a fun one.
on the phone.
I can buy it. Someone at home can't buy that, but I can.
Acting a fantasy world. I wonder how she's doing that. Doing that. Me, I see her in blue. My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue. Blue. My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue.
That's unison. So
My little girl's blue.
let's tighten that up.
Little girl's blue. Little girl's blue. Little girl's blue.
Whoa, there we go.
Little girl's blue.
All right, that should be pretty good. So we're going to do the same thing again. We'll just make all that stuff below it inactive, and then we'll select that track. We'll commit it. Also, the hotkey, if I do remember, it's Shift-Option-C. I forget where the actual, like, some of the functions are, because I just know the hotkeys, but then I actually don't know the hotkeys. I just know, it's like knowing the chord shapes on guitar, where it's like you don't really know what well, you probably do if you're a guitar player, but not if you're me. You just know the chord shapes and what some of them sound like. But with some of the whatchamacallits, with some of the hotkeys in Pro Tools, like I have to like go over, or sorry, the better is with the touch tone phone. For those of us, the ripe old age of 27, you just need to like go over to the number pad and make the motion, and then you're like, oh, that's what that actually is, because I don't remember all the hotkeys. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. I'll clean this up with strip silence after, but we've got one more vocal track to do here. We're almost an hour in. I think we were. Oh, I need to put my video back on here. There we go. Everyone could hear it. That was fun. But yeah, we're about an hour in. About an hour in, and we're just working on vocals.
Colors everywhere. She wants more colors everywhere.
There we go.
Living a fantasy world. Fantasy world. Living a fantasy world.
It sounds better to me. It sounded good, but it sounds better to me.
She wants more treasures to be found. To be found.
Okay, so one vocal goes up, the other one doesn't.
She wants more treasures to be found. She wants more treasures to be found. To be found.
So let's make it happen.
More treasures to be found. To be found. Let's
see if we can do it. A little bit. It's close. I buy it. Let's do it. The one vocal wanted to do it, so we're both going to do it.
I see her in blue, her in blue, her in blue, her in blue. I see her in blue.
I know I'm working on stuff that's not what we're hearing right now.
My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue.
All right, we're getting there. We are getting there.
She wants me singing on the phone.
And it goes up a little bit there.
Singing on the phone.
Still buy that.
Acting a fantasy world.
Not sure.
I'm wrapped around a little.
There's some stuff going on with this one.
Secret place.
Kind of started like
Acting
sharp,
a
so
fantasy world.
all right, leave that there. That's kind of the chord they're going for.
How she's doing that. She's doing that. Wonder how my melted heart.
So my friend was asking me, like, how do the bands and artists feel like you tune in their vocals live?
Wonder how she's doing that.
It's all fair game. They're not clients. This is for educational purposes.
Me, I see
And entertainment.
blue.
I don't know what kind of person you are where you find watching someone tune vocals entertaining. I hope you find the help you may need.
See her in blue. My little girl's blue. Little girl's blue.
I know I'm kind of steamrolling that. It'll be okay.
Blue. My little girl's 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 blue. Little girl's blue. Little girl's blue. Little girl's blue.
All right, I can buy that too. Patter's asking, how much are you going to buy it for? I'm just going to buy it. The price doesn't matter. Sometimes the price, that is like secondary to am I going to buy it? And I'm going to buy it, so. Just going to commit this to so we can get this out of Melodyne. Highly recommend. There's two things I wanted to mention. Highly recommend. Don't leave. I wouldn't. Again, not what you should do, but you could do. I highly recommend not leaving your vocal stuff in Melodyne kind of indefinitely, because there's a high percentage chance you'll open up one of your sessions and it'll say that it can't link your Melodyne, like the stuff that you transfer to Melodyne, and then you have to redo it again. And that feels good. That feels really good to have to edit vocals. But I did want to make a point, because I was kind of half joking, poking fun at not liking tuning vocals. The thing about tuning vocals is it might not be the most fun thing to do, but when it comes to time invested and return on investment, prepping vocals is huge. In my opinion, prepping drums and prepping vocals, huge return on investment when it comes to what your tracks are going to sound like. So when I've seen bands and artists come around to that kind of production on tracks, it's usually kind of too late. And it's like, not with vocals, because you can always tune vocals, but like sometimes you can't always prep your drums after. I'm just doing something right now to curb my anxiety of seeing these tracks the way they are. You can sometimes prep your drums after, but some things are going to be a little bit funky if people were tracking to things and they're out a little bit. So track your drums, comp your drums, prep your drums. In my opinion, my advice, pro tip. And then with your vocals, at least like your lead vocal, and then try to track against it. Like prep your lead vocal and then track against it for your doubles and harmonies and stuff. That'll put you in pretty good shape. I'd say that you just pulling numbers out of the air, because it's fun to do that. I think it's about, like, it'll get you 70% of the way there, which is good. So again, I poke fun at tuning vocals and saying that it's one of my least favorite things to do and one of my favorite things to do. But I know the difference that it's going to make at the end of the day. And when you have, like, there's not a lot of vocals in here. There's 3 tracks of vocals in here, but with some songs where you might have, like my personal stuff, I have about 5 lead vocally things going on for our choruses at least. So the idea of getting all those prepped and tuned and timed and tightened up, it makes a big difference when you put and again, it's not knocking the vocalists at all. It's just how vocalists sound, but how modern record production sounds, how kind of tight tuned and whatnot those vocals kind of need to sound like. So anyways, and rant on that. Time your drums, tune your vocals. That's a good thing to do. So that's kind of cleaned up now, which is good. I'm going to make, just because I can, I have a hotkey for this. I'm just going to make mix prep 5. One of the questions I got earlier, or I've received in the past, was when do you, because I just keep calling it prep until we get into a point where I think that it's sounding good and we're getting into kind of mixes. And then that's when I change it over to ref, and then like reference, and then into the date, and then the version. So I'll just keep adding mix preps until we get to a point where I think it sounds good. All right, I think vocal prep's probably good. There's those guitar edits. I think that's the next thing I want to try to tackle. So the other one was at bar 62. I'm going to see how close not close, but see how far I can get until about 8:30 tonight. Again, my ears are a little bit funky right now. I can tell. So the idea of even just playing stuff on the speakers, I feel like it might not be the best idea. So we can just do some prep today.
Round. She wants more treasure.
You know what's going to help to hear the guitars? To unmute the entire band.
Just to be found. Dancing away.
Okay, that's the guitar part.
Life, and none of it really matters. You will see.
I'm just going to mute the vocals. I'm going to turn off insertion follows playback. So that's our problem there. Now, this is where my musical brain, this is how it works. I need to like take a mental snapshot of this part because the chord progression, it's a bit long. So I'm gonna see if there's a loop in here and if we can grab that and just kind of paste that in and see what we can work with it. So. And then they're into the chorus. Okay, so it's a big old no. Maybe this one. Okay, so maybe this one we can paste over here. And there's still that stuff at the beginning there. See if we can put a band-aid on it like this. Just take the other part and just use the trimmer tool. Okay, this is where it gets kind of funky too, because maybe what we can do here, that's 1, 4, 1, 2. We'll see if we can just grab this and just duplicate it. Sometimes it works. This is one of those terms that isn't always the best, but I refer to it as hide the body. Sometimes there's things in the mix where there's not a lot you can do about it. So sometimes what you need to do is just take that part and just kind of bury it and just kind of hide it and just kind of hide the body. So pretty sure it's officially demonetized from YouTube by saying hide the body, but I'm going to, if we're going to pay for it, we're going to make it worth its while here. So I think that's pretty good. I think that's good. I think we can go with that. Okay, the other one was at 132. I think it's the same thing. Yeah, pre-chorusy bit there. So I think we can go back to this other pre-chorus here. It just has to be good once, and then you can fly it around or copy it or paste it or however you want to call it. Just eyeballing it. I think that's better. Better is more good. Okay, I think that one's good. We'll hear it if it goes by and it's still acting a bit wonky. What time is it? Oh. I'm going to listen outside outside the headphones for a little bit. I know I just said like I'm probably not going to because my ears feel a little bit wonky right now, but I'm just curious. I'm really curious to hear what the low end of the drums sound like, and also listen, like remembering not so much notes that I made on Monday, but just my mental notes. The idea with that upright bass, I felt like it was really had a lot of mids and had a lot of like upper register clickiness to it, which made it stand out quite a bit. But I don't know if it needs to stand out that much. But that's just me. So I'm just gonna listen inside the headphones for a little bit, and maybe add some stuff to my main mix bus and just kind of see where we're at. So be right back. Oh, for anybody where it's your first time, I have to mute my microphone, so my speakers and the microphone and phasing and yeah, that stuff. Okay, the toms and the reverb sound awesome in speakers. More awesome than in the headphones. They sound pretty cool in the headphones. See, Carmen's saying sounds like some smooth jazz. I just think I'd interrupt the smooth jazz, my voice, agreeing with you that it's pretty smooth and it's pretty jazzy. I have an idea for that toy piano. 1 second.
Dress and lavender hair, a coral carpet in LA. Scarlet dress and lavender hair, a coral carpet in LA. Scarlet dress and lavender hair, A coral carpet in a scarlet dress and lavender. Scarlet dress and lavender hair. Scarlet dress and lavender hair. Scarlet dress and lavender hair. Scarlet dress and scarlet dress and scarlet dress. Scarlet dress and lavender hair. Scarlet dress. Scarlet dress. Scarlet dress and lavender. Scarlet dress and scarlet dress and lavender hair. Scarlet dress and scarlet dress and lavender hair. A coral carpet in LA. Scarlet dress and lavender hair. 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 Scarlet dress and lavender. Scarlet dress. Scarlet dress and lavender hair. Scarlet dress and lavender. Scarlet dress. Scarlet dress. Scarlet dress. Scarlet dress and lavender hair. 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 A coral carpet in LA. Scarlet dress.
I don't want to ruin it, but there's something that I really like about that. I think it's 2 to 4K. About this, there's something, yeah, it's only 2.39. There's something in there where, again, I'm a subtractive EQ person, mixed person. So I'm usually cutting the things that I don't want. Occasionally I hear something that I like a lot and I start boosting it. So when I did that giant boost there, I was like, do I want to go this route or not? Because there's kind of a vintagey feel to the vocal in the song. So that kind of honkiness in that vocal frequency, just to kind of bring that out a little bit. There's a couple places we can get that, but I was just going to try this, see how it sits in the mix. If it sounds like trash, then we just undo it. We just go back to default. That's the beautiful thing about non-destructive editing and non-destructive plugin settings and stuff. It's not baked into the song, so we can ruin it and then we can undo it after. But that's kind of what I was going for with that. Be right back.
Scarlet dress and lavender hair. A coral carpet in LA. Shades of green, a purple chair. Scarlet dress and lavender hair. A coral carpet in LA. Shades of green, a purple chair. Scarlet dress and lavender hair. A coral carpet in LA. Shades of green, a purple chair.
Also, de-esser. De-esser was thing that was on the list last time. And I know that by cranking those frequencies there, it's like way worse, but we can deal with that. Get the parts sounding good that we want to sound good, and then we can carve around it. Patterson's asking, this band sounds familiar. Do they have a metal to them? Like, are they a metal band? Do they have a metal band side project? They might be. They might be Meshuggah or something like that. They have a new record coming out in April. Pretty excited about it.
Scarlet dress and lavender hair, a coral carpet in LA, shades of green, purple chair. She wants more colors everywhere. Scarlet dress and lavender hair, scarlet dress and lavender hair, a coral carpet in LA, shades of green, a purple chair, 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 scarlet dress and lavender hair, a coral carpet in LA, shades of green, a purple chair. She wants more colors everywhere, dancing away through life and none of it really matters. You could say she floats around all day, living a fantasy world, bright as light and soft as a feather, embracing life like there's no other. Silly jokes running around, she wants more treasures to be found, dancing away through life and none of it really matters. You will see her laughing all the way. Me, I see her in blue. My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue. Flat heel shoes made for dancing, spotlight, sunlight, angel's wings, hide and seek and skipping stones. She wants me singing on the phone, dancing away through life and none of it really matters. sunshine, my melted heart. I wonder how she's doing that, dancing away through life, and none of it really matters. You could hear her singing every day.
So just a couple things. I was messing around with the tape saturation there. Sometimes it adds something. One thing I picked up and I like to pass along, compare. A/B stuff, that's what the bypass button is for. That is your friend. So if you are wondering if it's doing something, just hit bypass. Sometimes I look away. I just focus on X-Files or Walking Dead or whatever it is. And I'll just kind of click a whole bunch of times and lose track of where I am. And I'll just kind of decide which one sounds better. And that's how I make my decision. But there's something about the vibe of this song. Again, there's kind of a vintagey feel to it. Vintage could be 90s now. Wow. There's kind of a vintage feel to this. So I like, so wow and flutter. Wow is kind of the, when the tape machine's rotating, if it's not even, it'll speed up and slow down. And that's why we have some of those pitch, it'll pitch up and pitch down a little bit. So I usually kind of try to time that to the song a little bit if I'm going to use that. Again, you could make it musical, so kind of make it part of the song, make it kind of soupy with the song. And then flutter is the actual like volume changes. You'll hear it kind of get louder and quieter. I don't like the flutter part of it. There's better ways to get that sound if you're trying to get that sound, in my opinion. But when it comes to the wow, when it comes to the kind of pitchiness of things, I like that. I don't have a problem with that. I'm sure there's people that have perfect pitch have a big problem with it. I'm not one of them, so I don't have a problem with it. All right, back into it for a little bit. It's already 8:30. If anyone has the Leafs game on, let me know what the score is.
Scarlet dress and lavender hair, a coral carpet in LA, shades of green, a purple chair. She wants more colors everywhere, dancing away through life, and none of it really matters. You could say she floats around all day, living a fantasy world, bright as light and soft as a feather, embracing life like there's no other. Silly jokes running around, she wants more treasures to be found, dancing away through life, and none of it really matters. You will see her laughing all the way. Me, I see her in blue. My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue. Flat heel shoes made for dancing, spotlight, sunlight, angel's wings, hide and seek and skipping stones. She wants me singing on the phone, dancing away through life, and none of it really matters. You would find her writing secret plays, acting a fantasy world. I'm sunshine, my melted heart. I wonder how she's doing that, dancing away through life and none of it really matters. You could hear her singing every day. Me, I see her in blue. My little girl's 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 blue. Scarlet dress and lavender hair. A coral carpet in her lair. Shades of green, a purple chair. She wants more colors everywhere, dancing away through life and none of it really matters. You could say she floats around all day, living a fantasy world, bright as light and soft as a feather, embracing life like there's no other. Silly jokes running around. She wants more treasures to be found, dancing away through life and none of it really matters. You will see her laughing all the way.
I am Jetto5 on Twitch. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you. I'm just doing some mixing outside of my headphones on my speakers here, so I'll be right back. Appreciate it though.
Scarlet dress and lavender hair. A coral carpet in her lair. Shades of green, a purple chair. She wants more colors everywhere, dancing away through life and none of it really matters. You could say she floats around all day, living a fantasy world, bright as light and soft as a feather, embracing life like there's no other. Silly jokes running around. She wants more treasures to be found, dancing away through life and none of it really matters. You will see her laughing all the way. Me, dancing. Spotlight, sunlight, angels' wings. Hide and seek and skipping stones. She wants me singing on the phone, dancing away through life, and none of it really matters. You would find her writing secret plays, acting a fantasy world. I'm wrapped around a little finger. Summer warming a cold winter. A ray of sunshine, my melted heart. I wonder how she's doing that. Dancing away through life, and none of it really matters. You could hear her singing every day. Me, I see her in blue. My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue. My little girl's blue. Little girl's blue.
All right. And that is how you mix a song from the beginning, straight shot, adding all your plugins, effects, and automation from start to finish. The way it was meant to be. I'm just joking. I'm probably like 3 or 4 hours in right now. Things that I was doing. What else to do? Oh, I automated. I automated that our longer delay just for the choruses there.
My little girl's blue.
That one, because just to try to break it up a little bit, because the song, it just kind of drifts along, but also there's our expectations of when we hear a song of things we want to do to it, but also it's the reality of when you get working on a song. It's like, what does the song want to be? And it's pretty drifty. The way that the instrumentation is, also the way that I clean up the tracks here. Just wanted to bring this up one more time. A couple things get what I refer to as staircased, where you see them kind of develop in blocks. Again, the stairs can go up, the stairs can go down, but you see them kind of develop as they're going along here. So when we hit the second verse, they had that extra guitar, which we added the chorus to, and then the piano. What I did with the piano there as well is I just split that stereo track into mono, and then I just put it on, put the grid on bars, and then just use the triangle tool, pencil tool, and just kind of drew that in really quickly. I'm not precious about that stuff. Some people are. Some people will like light a few candles and like say something special and have a glass of wine and like get into automation. I'm not one of those people. I'm like, cool, let's just grab this and automate it, and it's gonna do some wiggly stuff. It's fine. So that's what I did for the toy piano stuff, just to kind of move around a little bit, because it's kind of twinkly, higher frequency stuff that we don't really have so much in the song because of the instrumentation. That being said, I'm still fighting with the level of the snare drum, the brushes on the snare, because when it jumps out, it jumps out. We could maybe get that with, put a compressor on it and bring it back a little bit. But with the way that the brush is, the way that they're dragging the brushes on the snare drum, there's that sound that's there too. So if I had to pick between the two, I'd rather the snare be a little bit quieter and then grab the snare drum from the room mics more than the actual spot mics on it. I don't think one or the other is going to keep you from buying a house, sort of thing. So again, I'm not going to stress over it too much. It's more just finding the balance, but I'm really liking the sound, like just the tail on those drums, the tail, like the sonic tail on the kick drum and those toms in particular. It's like, let that stuff be there. So some people might think the drums are a bit loud, but for me personally, I like being able to really hear the drum kit, because I find when you can do that, you can hear the depth in the mix and the recording, and then everything else can kind of sit, and we're not crowding the drums, because most often the drums are fairly loud in real life. So and I'm liking the vocal tone. Again, that's the personal preference thing. I would hang it out there if this was a real thing. Again, this is for education and entertainment purposes. If I was mixing this for a client, I would go out there and I would say, you know what, maybe let's crank some of these frequencies, and that, because to me, like, it complements the voice. I think it sounds better. It sounds a bit unique, and again, the style of song this is, I thought it was sounding pretty good. So there's that. I did threw center on there again. There's my settings if you want it, and just move this one. That's all I have to do, to widen it out a little bit to help with the vocals in the middle. I like my vocals loud. I think they're important. And then Golfos, I still don't know what it does. It just does something to the top end for me. This is one of those things like, you know, those, I think they're called Smarties in the States. And all the Canadian listeners right now are going to be like, what are you talking about? I think they're called Smarties in the States, and they're called Rockets in Canada. But at Halloween, there's these little, like, basically sugar pills, flavored sugar pills that come in like a little cylinder package. Golfos to me is the sonic equivalent of Rockets or Smarties. Smarties in Canada are chocolate that are covered in a hard shell, but not M&Ms. Anyways, to me, Golfos is like the sonic equivalent of Smarties or Rockets, where it's like really good, and then all of a sudden it's like not good. It's like too much sugar. I've had too much sugar because all I've been eating is sugar. So with Golfos, you have to kind of just be gentle with it. There's, again, I mentioned just a bunch of things I'm not precious about, but Golfos is one of those things where it does something to the top end frequencies to me. It just kind of like lifts a blanket off of, like, I'm pulling numbers out there, like 10K to 20K. So there's just some magic it adds. So I've been messing around with that quite a bit. If I'm using it wrong, cool. If I'm not, great. But I usually add that on there. And then I even put the limiter on. Like, it's sitting here right now, but I actually haven't pulled that down yet. I was wondering if I would finish this tune today. But there's still a little, like, I still want to listen to it. I think there's still like another hour or so I can fuss around with this quite a bit. So I'll do that next time. Oh, because we can. I'm going to save as. I think we are ready. For this. Reference. What is today? 31st of March. I started marking things halfway through the month as 2021, and no one's stopped me. So there. We're into, I think it's sounding good. To me. It's my show. But I do like this track, and the reason why I wanted to pick this track is because some of the effects on it, because not all the time we get to really, I don't want to say go off the deep end when it comes to effects, but there's lots of room to play with delays and reverbs on this song, and the sound of the drums and the acoustic bass. It's like there was lots of things to mess around with there. So far, so good over here. My ears are shot. They're totally, yeah. I'm curious to hear what this is going to sound like on Monday when I get back to it. So, all right, Shift Command U, Shift Command B, get rid of any unused clips. And as always, back up your stuff. Save copy in all audio files. We're in our temp backup file thing here. All I do is just get rid of the copy of. We don't like that. I don't like it. And just put BU for backup. And then it starts copying that over. Starts copying it over. Full backups. It's important. It's important to me. Hopefully it's important to you. Carmen says you look tired. Carmen, why people say I look tired? No, actually I was up kind of early. So I was at a lot of work today. So I was playing drums a lot today. Not that anyone cares, but I was playing drums a lot today. So, but yeah, no, I'm glad it worked out. That being said too, I've been trying to do this Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, not Mountain Dew time, and 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays. I don't think that's going to work very well with my schedule the next while, so it'll likely be 7 p.m. Mondays and Thursdays, Eastern Standard Time. So just throwing that out there. We have our regulars here. Just wanted to chat for a second, actually. I've been advised to not watch the Leafs game tonight. I saw it had some messages come up and they said, don't turn on the game. Because when I watch the Leafs game, I have a habit. As soon as I turn on the Leafs game, they get scored on. So, like, if it's Game 7 Stanley Cup Finals for the Leafs, I will probably just go for a walk. I'll go sit in the park by myself while the game is on. And I'll have, like, headphones on. And I'll listen to an audiobook about how to... What's the word I'm looking for? Where, like, you manifest, like, positivity and stuff like that. I'll just sit in the park with the headphones on. Bluetooth. Manifesting positive thoughts in an environment, so... but I wanted to chat here. I am Jet05. You're still here. Said, sorry. I just wanted to bring this up here. I just followed you because I like producers who stream on Twitch, so I have many choices which producers I should collab with. I think that's a good strategy to make friends. It's easy to make friends online. You can just say hey in the chat, and then you're friends with people. You can't do that in real life. You can't just like see somebody at the grocery store and be like, hey, we're friends now. It doesn't work like that. It totally works like that online. I am Jet05 says, I'm a singer, and music producer and songwriter, by the way. Well, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for following on Twitch. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good to think outside the box a little bit with that kind of stuff. Hope things are going well in your part of the world. All right, I think I should get going here. I'm going to sneak a peek at the Leafs game. Regardless of what people think. Carmen says I do. Are you talking about just like seeing someone at the grocery store and be like, we're friends now? I can imagine you doing that though. I hope that's what you're talking about, because now that's funny. I just gotta wait a second for the delay here. Patterson's saying, speaking of audio, when will the new metal session? I basically said between now and what, 2025? Patterson sent me a message. Well, you spent messages all evening, Patterson. Carmen says yes, concerts. Okay, that's different. Concerts are different. You can be like standing next to someone at a concert. You're like, we're now friends. Because we're at the same concert. We like the same music. So we're obviously cool. There's a couple like I'm torn with concerts right now because I feel like Ticketmaster kind of left a lot of people hanging in not a great way. With all the cancellations and rescheduling and stuff like that, it was just a little bit tricky. So I'm like a little bit like, I don't want to say, yeah, I'm trying to find the word for it that YouTube's not going to be just like, don't say that. But there's just some things about Ticketmaster, the way that it handled some of those concerts that it need to get rescheduled and stuff like that, and how it was handling people who needed to sell or want refunds for their tickets and stuff like that. So there's stuff I wanted to like look at, but it's like later in the summer. And then I was just like, maybe I'll just get it later on. I'll just kind of try my luck later, closer to. So Carmen's saying, I know I want to go, but I don't know. No, that's the thing. Like, and part of me wants to just like watch a live stream concert. So my lovely wife and I watched quite a few live stream concerts, especially in 2022 or 2020 and last year. And it was kind of fun because we would, instead of spending all the money on concert tickets, we would spend a fraction of the money on decent dinner, like get some takeout and stuff. Carmen says, I'm on the fence about June's. Am I going? No, I'm not going. No. As much as there's a lot of good things about it, it's not something like I'd rather just watch that on TV. It's kind of a different thing. Like the award show aspect of it and the entertaining stuff. It's like, I'd rather go see a like band or artist do their set that I want to actually see. So, and again, it's not a slight to the Junos whatsoever. And I'm curious to see how it works out being at Budweiser stage this year, being outdoor and being like that kind of venue. I think that's gonna be better than the indoor venue, to be honest. So Carmen says it's pretty boring because the thing is, it's a TV show, and like lots of downtime. That's the thing. People who have ever been on set for a TV show or any filming and stuff like that, all they're thinking is like, wow, this is not what I signed up for. So Patterson, Dead Set got a Juno. Dead Set did not get a Juno. There's a story about that. That'll stay in the book. That'll go in the book about 2017 Juno Awards. That's it. But that's for another day. All right, I should get going before I just keep rambling here. Appreciate everyone hanging out for a bit tonight. Again, this is for me, but it's also hopefully for everybody else as well. Enjoying this, again, it's educational and entertainment purposes. I get these multi-tracks from websites called Cambridge Music Technology. Tons of stuff up there. Again, if you're a mixer, engineer, and you're curious about stuff, especially if you've been kind of tucked into a certain genre and there's other genres you want to mess around with, or you just want to look at multi-tracks, that's kind of my thing too. I love looking at the multi-tracks and kind of seeing what was going on with some of the engineering. So that's a fantastic resource. Again, links for that's down below in the description on YouTube. Once again, my name is Mike Langford, recording engineer, music producer, mixer based out of Toronto, Canada. And I'm here to live stream some mix sessions, start to finish, esque-y kinda. Again, lots of different ways to make your music sound good. Here to show you not what you should do, but what you could do. So have a good rest of your evening in whatever time zone you're in, especially if you're in the Mountain Dew time zone, and have a safe weekend. And I will see you Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Talk to you later, everybody.